check on disability in Ghana. And this program is a very special program. Special program today regarding parasports in Ghana. A number of athletes and parasports personalities are of the view that they have not been treated fairly. They are of the view that they've been discriminated against, and as a result, they have seek permission from the police to embark on a demonstration and to petition against a number of sports authorities. But before we go on, there are a number of dignities that we want to acknowledge. Samson Dean, the National Paralympic Committee President and African Paralympic Committee President, or the head of parasports, Paralympic affairs in Ghana. A lot of changes about your crew. You begin up. Now you better every Oma also online, which will give you the names. Now Oma can why they are going for a strike, why they are going for demonstration, and also petition. And on the first person, you were Mr. Raphael Bocho Nkebe. Bocho Nkebe is a 3-time Paralympian. Also, the CEO of GOG Getem Wheelchair Racing Club. Ono abekan ye amai. And also National Sports Authority Para Athletes Coach and the Pro for GSPD Sports Week. Where there, Raphael? Good evening.
Good evening, dog. Good evening.
Me pacho introduction imagine ya say the view mami why.
Pacho doctor actually dey we nya Wheelchair Racing Club. Enu kwa na ya ade a naka e ya chiri so kakra. By ono onya bibia. Na
ono no omo wo he. Although you be kan wasem but
But you will come once. Wheelchair Racing Club, a initiative by Raphael. Me personally setting out to give back, and the only club entity, the young generation of para athletes, Ghana, in terms of wheelchair racing.
Wow.
And you involved in the wheelchair tennis as well. We believe in the individual sports more, and see, go get them. It's the future of most of the wheelchair racers athletes, and the record is clear. We have produced about almost 4 athletes already. How much we are making to the national team? So that's what we are doing. The nation in terms of the development of the para sports.
Thank you. You were about so why? Thank you. Now you are Mr. Charles Charles here, amputee football team manager. I feel so or Ghana amputee part of Ghana Amputee Football Federation, where a power lifter. So he is now holding the position of Paralympian on the Athletes Commission. Inti Charles, after the meeting on Charles. Anyway, Charles is experiencing difficulties with the network, and we will go back to him. After see our Mr. Ken Kalai. We adoptive sports consultant, CEO Special Game, and now SG for Amputee Football Federation Ghana. Ken, CEO Special Game, and also any day.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Viewers in all over the world.
Yes.
My greetings to everybody. And we appreciate you when you are here, like for special persons with disability. So much grace and appreciation to you and your team. And like you said, my name is Ken Karai, Special Game Masters, CEO of Special Game Masters. Special Game Masters, we believe in transforming lives of persons living with disability through sport. I believe that sports a sustainable employment. And if we can harness the potentials of sports and sustainable employment among persons with disability. And I think that is a unifier. Sports can unify people and can bring inclusion. And see, I hope that if we work together in collaboration with all persons, government bodies and organizations, I use sports as a tool for development and transformation of lives.
Yes, thank you. You better about so. And I feel
All
so.
right.
You Mr. Rashad Mohammed. Or yeah, national athlete. Rashad, what you saying?
But me as well as Ghana Society for the Physical Disabled, national vice chairperson,
Okay.
sports wing, and a national para athlete as well.
Okay, thank you.
Me
Now, national power athlete, you know, now Rashad. What do you moye?
me a wheelchair basketball player. Me participate just recent national games, African games. That was September. No, me a integral player. Me ball ma Ghana. But Nyankasa no, me a vice chairperson for Ghana Society of the Physical Disabled Sports Wing. And revelation, genesis and revelation of disability sports. All sports work Ghana no. Who free GSP they won't win yet because you have to be part of the society.
Okay.
And I'm a vice to also. That's it.
Thank you. And I feel so Mr. Elvis Kusi Alipui, or a vice president and head coach Ghana wheelchair basketball national team. I feel so or a part of or a ambassador for national accessibility. I feel so or a chairman Ghana Federation of Disability Organization of Kole Krote Municipal Assembly. Nti Elvis, minim say Elvis a joiner, on joining, I mean say at some point or be joining. And at some point so captain for the amputee team, you know, ever joining. Now also abe some analysis kakra oni Mr. Ali Jara or your coach. They will join us at some point. Now, Raphael, you do be shasye na yakasa kakra. Mipacho. Before that, you know, me be say me can be kakra about 2024 Summer Paralympics. The 2024 Summer Paralympics, you know, are an international multi-sport parasports event to be held in Paris from 28 August to 8 September 2024. The event, also known as Paris 24, will be governed by the International Paralympic Committee. The Games will feature about 4,400 athletes from a record number of participating National Paralympic Committees. There will be 549 medal events across 22 sports. Inti ehobeye butu. Now, Raphael, answer memo wakoso no be share with you know. Samson Dean, very committed to Ghana. That is the news out there. Committed to Ghana Paralympics, and he is the head Paralympic Committee president and African Paralympic Committee president. So a national president and also for African president, and he's bringing a lot to the sports, you know. But I understand, say you guys are going for strike. You are going for demonstrations. Mode atum. My application to the police to demonstrate. Manya they go ahead, you know, from the police. And why are you demonstrating?
Doc Meda Sebebre and Yumri Akonya with the Amaye, a platform as soon.
Yes.
And you've been making sure that platform is educated. Now, as I inform me, not me serving a good purpose, a platform fighting for the right thing and the rights for the persons with disability. I am correct. Said okay, you know, I am correct. The para athletes any the para sports fatality. Akabomu be peaceful demonstration against the leadership. I'm emphasizing on the leadership of the National Paralympics Committee, not a government of Ghana. The reason being is the leadership is not serving the interest. It's not serving all the interests of the para sports movement in the country. They are serving where their interest is, the interest of where they feel that benefit for them, or it's going to, they are going to gain something out of it. And no, and now almost 7 acres. Naka, the minimum say abusiamu anasa ekuomu wo buana wo peja obi so onko di bia bia na ni tim opon say opese okosa di bia no enam say nipa dodo na fa hudie ene omo interest a say nipa no duru ho wi a yenyi nyina ye neje but let me aka asisu dua say our leadership of the NPC led by the President Samson Dean, the interest for all other sports is not there. The typical example, and he said, he has been in the power for getting to 5 years to 6 years now. Yenin Naini said, Abatuo eteki only 4 years in 10. And the following term, you need to have an election. Yeah, now, obviously, so you know, Oyako getting to 6 years. Now, within that time.
But he has brought a lot of changes, I understand, and improvement.
To me, as serving the interest of other sport disciplines. So, since I overseas, so me sports, I dominated a #1 sports that have given Ghana international exposure. No, I wheelchair racing. It's the first sport that has represented Ghana in all African Games, Paralympics Games, Commonwealth Game. Or by 4 years, and none of the wheelchair racing athletes on the regime was able to attend one qualifiers, either to World Championship or Commonwealth Game or Paralympics Game. So in that area,
hold on, Charles. Usi since I'll take you over no. That area no, munko any competition bia. Is that what you are saying?
We haven't attended any qualification event in Hill regime.
But do you
it for a fact?
Do you have people who have the skills say qualification position? Because some countries, for example, when we having Olympics, some countries, you know, don't send anybody because you know, nipa no de nuko jinawa. The obedano the level no ain't mean go anywhere. Do we have that?
Doc, we are educating and panel we have 2-time Paralympian Charles Nate, and you are having a 3-time Paralympian, 3-time Commonwealth athlete, 3-time World Championship athlete, 3-time African Game athletes here. So whatever we are saying here, we are saying it because we have been a living testimony to that.
Okay.
We know that the qualification and a Paralympics game. And I mean, in several Paralympics game, you need to go to a qualification process.
Yes.
If your federation were not able to create a platform or spend on you to attend those qualifications, Doc, there's no way you can qualify. So my question is now can Samson Dean say during his 4 years term on office, he was able to send any para athlete to go for qualification to go to Paralympics game or Commonwealth game? Every athlete that has represented in the last year World Championship was through the effort of those athletes individually who participated in the qualification that gained Ghana a slot. That is their responsibility to work on and send those athletes. And those athletes, one of them is me and McLean Achu. But ask yourself, before athletes in Mumbai Kono, how they get those qualifications, is subsidy part of it? Is no. One reason Suni said, subsidy administration for 4 years has never called for every one AGM. It was 13 federation and a tuaba a yino manibeye president and Sawonya Konya Papa APC president. Na kadiyeye ni municipal constitution say ube this one every 1 year you need to call AGM for the 13 federation that has voted you in power. For the 4 years that he has been on seat, you couldn't call for everyone.
But during that time, hold on, no. During that time, no, did you or any of the para sports athletes complain? Omumubi complaining say, okay, Ceciano, these are not being done. This is the way forward. Did anybody wrote in or the letter koi and bibi koi say, almost me I responded to it?
Doc, as I'm talking to you, as the last year, December, elite athletes in Ghana, led by Patrick Yao Obi, met in Kumasi. We called all the elite athletes across the country, had a meeting. And we wrote officially to Sam Sidin administration to have a meeting with their...
And what was the outcome of the meeting? Okay.
But regarding the para athletics,
just
the letter is there to prove.
Raphael, what was the outcome of the meeting? Me bacha o transfer ko a o be okay. Say o move ade ene be yi kakra. Charles is experiencing network issues. And Ken, do you want to talk until he get back?
Which a letter,
okay.
City administration can, including the para athlete vote. If it's the federation that vote you into power, you came and dissolved 5.
Right. Is experiencing difficulties again, Charles. Yes. Charles.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Doc.
So Charles here free. Tama Moody letter call here, and then what was the outcome? Because your reception was not that good. So you until you're okay now.
Doc, the Michelin said athletes are omagina or mine and in Aquama or Mino all the international stage. Eshia or Kumase. I'm talking about the elite athletes led by Patrick Yao Obin, which is the athletes, para-athletics rep. Eshia wo Kumasi, eye meeting, enam niyama ne ekoso, ewo sa administration, ye wie no, ye nim se ehia se ye nim payifo hia ye di tunkrata so, e di service Sam Sidin, na administration say ye pese ye ni board etia, ye nkora ye di mra so pa ye bu mpanyifo so ye nkasa ntia mpanyifo, enti ye decide ni die no emaye, but se obema ye listening se ne ena obema ya konya se, athletes we amudi asem we agun klata so mumbra ne yentia ende minim wagu ye federation federation a ye mpanyifo da no omu na nam so na ka ebetinya de yasem afa omu so no wagu sa federation no na o say athlete no and dealing with the NBC direct.
Okay, me be say mbusa bibio, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? And the MPC hasn't led the good cause. Ediana mope mo feed omunye.
The America me person MPC enye yeniste. MPC ba wa dissolve federation edi ye sports edaya no onye. Oma opportunity for me sports particular. Dog, if I'm talking about the para athletics that held MPC. Ebedru baby onu Sam Sidin be 2 years. All the sports has done their part. Para sport discipline, from wheelchair basketball, para powerlifting, wheelchair tennis, amputee soccer, goalball, and all those things. The injury room, second to us, amputee soccer. Second to us, any ever say para powerlifting. but the athletics is the engine room. Or buy and what dissolve 4 years in an athlete to be an opportunity to be other. And then in terms of officers, what good federation. So, Doc, who do we report to? Who is our father now? Who is going to serve our interest?
Okay, hold on. Mr. Obi Peso Obem Kakra, hold on. Me bachawan e pese ebem no. Me bachawan e kasa no. Obi ka say obetimi abam kakra, but then he went quiet. I didn't. Me bacha Obi Peso Obem otimi raising his hand so. Okay. Or see me. Yeah, okay, so why
Doctor, yeah, person ni bakwan hwetwe me no. Tell to you. But enemy usha program yeah bia of focus on putisu. Just recently na ekobo All African Games. Yakobo All African Games by up to me who calculate 6 months ni. And kese say on international. Ni 4 years no take egba so no. Onye AGM ye annual general meeting. Oni general board no enhia ye kasa no 13 na or dissolve elite sports now. Do
you know hold on Rashad, do you know the line of authority it is who follow if say you are not happy with anything?
Ya follow on your head no and ya go to amount.
No, we know that or your head. But you see, you're unhappy about anything. Who do you go to? Do you know?
We go to our federations, and the federation should also follow the same channel. But on a good federation, who could be Sana Sema? And I can say,
you go to the federation, right? Yeah, Muko Federation, and then the federation will then contact Samson Dean, the National Paralympic Committee President. What did federation tell you? Say, Omudi Adia Komom, Omudu Koyano Man, Kwabeden Wom.
Yet no, everything I catch you say, again, your federation is now communicating. Yeah, you were Ghana, Yahoo, say, federation had to be sorry, sir, or the Assembly continuing not on supporting your all year now. Now, what dissolve? Because how could you be on the throne for 4 years?
But, hold on, Rashad. Where is the evidence? Say what they call federation head. That's a federation head, you know, or any the all can no dissolve no.
Ghana, Yahoo sports federation and associations are dissolve. And now you catch that we cutting federation as now move to man no can say. Onya butrene sanko ye election na say yenko general meeting na yenko congress no. Ono mu nya aduma bio. Onu nko ano ye eno onam osori a onu be ka tire say oko program oba ansa na mo be oba na different programs so have pop in iti onya mri ma ye federational s no ama oni omu nye ejuma but what you say doctor
I want okay enti momo say the problem is communication. Is that what you are saying?
Onu accept who Shiano of Phillips is being influenced by the Minister of Youth and Sport. Omu no the godfather NNSA into Onu Obia to me near to my Onu no Pekano final. Into we a federation. Now would the letter command say Opesa won in Asia. Now we are meeting Oba dissolve Musetia. And a young federation is our dissolve.
Okay, who say hold on. Who say who federation what is of we bet me name be am for the purpose of a TF4 and after so no
Ghana para
the evidence that he dissolved them the source how
no dissolve who kasa no what dissolve was all who nya aduma na who ntumi kire no ni onu beye onu nim no beye who just here. Now programs are here say you vote as leader now about president at least obey you ministers so we are president in a logical way so we are president you president who now you ministers who just here and as that team federation no mu you no and can say we supervise them now we should say at least every year we program here course and now make that federation be anywhere exist to Ghana apart from wheelchair basketball. Normal carrying now your lawn tennis no opening no where no onu an owo anim on there I dey say concern no
Rashad
and onu no
sir,
say wana ko catch subsidy.
Rashad, last year, is it a last year? No? Are you aware that you were paid for participating in the first ever African Para Games? An event Morocco with all its resources.
African Para Games, you try to do and this is not the first time. And
Okay.
only means soon I have problem. Because you also Africa. Dr. Bacha will tell me.
I meet you.
Only means we and I have problem. Because all African games are hosted so far. Ye can no. Ye non-para no neye. And I tia para less than never tia non-para. Ye na ye tia baku. And I ye non-para ni nyina kabo mu na ye African games na. Logistics ye be provide am obia ye provide ma obia equally. But ye ministry onu ni minister ekoye baku and omu ti ye free non-para no. Sika ye di ma ye na mi catch para for ye 14,000 each. But yeah, I need to 7,000. Why should it be so? Yeah, now you call all African games.
Me busa wasembako Rashad. Me busa wasembako ye besa ba also. So what is it that you want? And the NPC hasn't let the good cause. And what is it that you want?
See, a person resign because or claim say government in Umbuano. And a government in Umbuao, Unsuyasu Yahunia government in Tumie. Just here, government in all making sure that there's inclusiveness with persons with disability.
Why the cancer say government in Muano?
Shamsuddin, MPC president, now you can't say me.
Ono okachireo ana okachireo hwan.
On the two platforms to say government and supporting on one is sika no dey. Asema ye catch your evidence. Who you don't man for them on our tie.
Okay.
Or see government in one, government in release fund. No one no the fund here. And now previous African games now ya ni nyina no. Ye ni say government no e support. Who just here. And on here your politics. One, nature ye sesia ye buefu no. Nature ye sesia ye buefu no say I'm putting kanu. Say all African games now you host to you know. Your international body here by a wheelchair basketball, any wheelchair tennis. Omu leadership nearby. And putting soccer is not part. And putting shawasi. But young wheelchair tennis basketball before you bedroom. And putting for occupy baby a year. Uja say. And a nyama say yeji you be gonna putting for akwaji. Say see who ka ye tia bom. Say yesu ye ntia wan say e na putting for beku. And I'm putting for now, they are aware, say, they are not affiliated to MPC. It is the same, yeah, person on resign. Say, no, say,
no, yeah, fine. I think, say, a solution focus. Yeah, solution focus. Say, ano, Mahudi Raphael Ope, what do you want to be done? And then I say,
we want him to resign so that somebody who knows much about persons with disability issues should come and take over. Because Nyodi is not acknowledged in issues of persons with disability. On new idea about because to me free her baby who won't show provide them with logistics provide
government. We are aware, say government are construct multi-purpose facilities that accommodate every kind of disability sports. Ever Ghana.
Anything that
okay, Raphael, ma ayunye sana waba. On Canadian, you know what's out. So when you with you, Mr. Wa. Okay, you also Rashad.
Anything that you catch say government no airboa say persons with disability. You better me achieve your aim was sports mo. It's no ma you build sad no. But onu Shamsuddin or MPC president or claim say government no mwa no. Na ya confused no. What you say? And anka government mwa wanka all African games no yan pini ma yan host to Ghana because who need to meet see government no. Who just say? And na net so no yan who say onu no or the year business. And put in ka hu but say ya ka kire hu ni ya general meeting ya tro letter say no be shia ya 13 federations no mu che watin fi obia. And na who ka kire say amputi ko keru udi omu ko aba udi mu aduma ni you are not affiliated to you. Found who grano, baby, penny, channel. Because of
Okasa, penny no wine, penny no wine. Who purchased it?
I'm putting MPC as it. National Paralympic Committee as it. National Paralympic Committee no 13 federations. And as it. Now 13 federations now me can obi ani wotu power Ghana.
All right, thank you.
Because of president, on Chester, yes,
who the ani say you are not happy because say the services provided to you.
He doesn't know the work.
All right, thank you. Why? Thank you. We will get back to you. Raphael, we will continue. Ansani ya call Ken, so why? Thank you.
Dog, meaning say the president of SAMCD, maybe one cancer intelligence, you have done some research and you are asking some questions, but some of the questions I know, sir, they are close behind the scene. But the fact of the matter is, no credit here bako. Se SAMCD, SC Wabedi, so no afraid AGM bako. Me boche, I am here the 3-time Paralympian. For Ghana no, one brand number can. In terms of the 5 sport discipline our dissolve no, para athletics can, power powerlifting can, para shooting can, any para swimming, and sitting volley. So what is of federation way? The funny aspect in it say, what is of para powerlifting? But we are president of para powerlifting, and no nam suma obey the president of the NPC. So what is of no? Who so we are paying no? Se adian so na original would the president of the NPC. Federation na ba ye power powerlifting no. What is of para athletics? Now we are the president of para powerlifting, and no nam suma mo call Congress on the 6th of July 2019, I did to about the EU. Who buy a wuswa be dissolve? Does it make sense? The thought of you, I'm a person mechanic say, who be say a question be say yenim say government asset facilities. I am multi-purpose aware now. Dog, many winning in him say we are seeing baby I see facility there, your mind be our sports in India, including the para sports.
Yes.
So the facilities that the government has said, we have praised him, we have congratulated the government because it's going to be used by Ghanaians, including the para athletes. So that one, we praise the government, and nobody is talking against it, says it's not good. It's SAMCD that has sent in the document and a message that it is using 98% its own money of running affairs of the disabled sports. So the government is not helping. We have that message we can send to you for a fact. It's still 98% of his own money. He is funding, so we cannot
hold on. So what you are saying is that SAMCD is claiming that he is using his own money to fund you. Fund the para sports.
That's what he said.
Okay.
That's what he said. That's what he said. And now, SAMCD is claiming that he came to a power, there was a COVID, and also so this administration has faced something that so it's supposed to be giving some special treatment. And I'm asking, our president Nana Addo Akufo-Addo came and made COVID, Ukraine and everything. Is it preventing him to let the election happen in December 7th? No. Your time has soon. You need to, by this time, it's supposed to be entering executive steering affairs of the NPC, not SAMCD. If we buy by the Constitution, if the SAMCD respect the Constitution that has voted into the power, he's supposed to allow the interim executive to be running after because his time has exhausted. For 4 years, he haven't come for one.
So who do you complain to about?
Who do we
Yes, who do you complain to?
Dog. If somebody wants to run you powerless and he comes to power and dissolve your leaders and wants you to come and respond to him, and the lead athletes have also got a meeting and send a letter, is not ready to listen. So who do you think that this person is ready to listen to? Dog. It's a question we all can also ask. So I'm saying that SAMCD have his own interest. His administration, some of his executives are not easy operating. I don't know the last time that all the full board members of the Sam City had a meeting, because I know for a fact.
So for 4 years, there's not been any meeting or
NGM.
any NGM.
He didn't meet with the 30th Federation that voted into power. I'm telling Sam City that for 4 years he has been in power. He hasn't called for one AGM. If you say I'm lying, the federations are there. Those who are voting, I can provide you all those federations then. Their leaders to you to ask them. They have write a petition to them. He has set the date for AGM on the 9th of this year. He has postponed it. Now the next AGM meeting is on the 16th of this month, which I'm even doubting, because up to now, he hasn't given them the venue and everywhere they will be holding those AGM. Doc, if the AGM happen, me and you will see. If it doesn't happen, we will be here in Ghana, because I know Sam City will always come out with excuse, because he will always want to do what will favor them. 30 Federation, the letter he wrote to the Federation, now is 18. Ask yourself the rest, which AGM accept them? Because it's supposed to be accepted by the AGM. So, Doc, we the lead athletes, if our leaders are not fighting for us, we are the athletes competing. So that's why we have come together.
Have you made, hold on.
Our federation and the subsidy administration is failing out.
Okay, I think, oh, we're losing. Thank you. We will come back to you, Raphael, for that. Now let's go to Ken. I mean, I will be talking more to Ken about the petition.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Yes, I'm saying that. What I'm saying is, we thank you very much. We will come back to you. We're going next to Ken, so that we hear from Ken Carl as well of his submission in regards to why they are going to demonstration. And Ken, do you have the paperwork from the police to say that they are giving you guys the go-ahead for demonstration?
Yes, Doc. Based on this, let me use the opportunity to thank the IGP and then the Commissioner of Police at Accra Regional Central, the commander in charge, Mr. Ayim. We thank them very much for their support and the promise to give us enough men and guide us throughout the demonstration. So we are hopeful that the demonstration will come on and it's going to be peaceful. It's going to be... Have
they given you the go-ahead for that demonstration?
Yes.
When did you put the paperwork into the police? When did you make the appeal to make the application to the police for the demonstration?
Oh, Doc, application, we made an application, it's quite a time now. I made a follow-up last week, and then the command engaged us, and we had a discussion on the route, and we all came to agreement, and they asked us to do some modifications, and which I have done and submitted, and it's been approved. So we've met all the conditions, and I'm hopeful, and they've given us a date.
Have they written to you? Have they written to you to say on what date do you planning to do the demonstration?
Friday on the 12th.
On the 12th. Have you received any correspondence from the police to say on this day we are giving the go ahead?
We have confirmation on that.
Okay, thank you.
Unless otherwise, but I can tell you that we had a confirmation. We sat down with the leadership of the police and we have confirmation and everything is on course. So I'm hopeful that if God willing, Friday we can have a peaceful demonstration.
Thank you. If you have any correspondence, you can send it to us as well for the purposes of our records as well. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll keep you posted. I will send the document, but I'll send you some few things, and I'd love if you can also watch and follow on your screen, and maybe if that will help in the discussion, because I realize that some of the things my brothers are saying are factual, but it's looking as if it's just conjectures, and which I'm not too happy. I respect your viewers a lot, and I don't want anybody to undermine this gathering and this show, to think that we just gather some people to just make talk as if we don't know what we are about. We are citizens of Ghana, and we have the right to demonstrate. We have the right to take a protest action, and that is what we are doing. So what we are doing is lawful, and there's no cause for alarm. Nobody should be perturbed. Nobody should be worried. It is a peaceful demonstration. What we are seeking to do is to have the opportunity to serve a petition to the key players of the sports.
So who are you, Ken? And for now petition against them, which ministries, to your understanding that the para sports you guys are not happy with, which ministries are you petitioning against?
Yes, we have petitioned a number of organizations. One, we are petitioning the minister at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We want to petition the NSA, National Sports Authority. We are petitioning Parliament, that's the Select Committee on Sports. And we have a petition to serve the presidency and the French embassy.
Can you tell us why, one by one, why you petition these particular ministries and
Very well, Doc. The issues here are quite complex, so we intend to serve all to have a fair, voice and have the fair input of all these bodies. One, we are petitioning the minister because since the minister came, he has never had any direct or even direct engagement with persons living with disability in the area of sports. I listened to the minister very well when they were vetting him, and most of the things he promised to do when it comes to the para sports, he's here to do every single one. But I'm inclined to say that the minister has tried in various ways to help the sports, but the leadership led by Samsudeen has diverted most of things and has influenced the minister. So we are quite disappointed, and we feel that the minister was misguided, and we feel that maybe it might not be his intentions to neglect the persons with disability, but perhaps it is misguidance. So we want to draw his attention to some of the things we are not happy about. That is a personal letter to him to express our position on some of the decisions he took in office, and maybe perhaps that will guide him for the few days that is left before the coming election, the national election. So that is for the minister. Number two, for the national.
But are you aware that their roles are different? You're talking about Samsudeen's office and the minister's office is two different.
Very well, Doc. As I mentioned the list, I don't think I've mentioned National Paralympic Committee.
Okay.
We are not serving National Paralympic. For me, we have long gone, but it's a thing of the past. Pursue National Paralympic Committee, the MPC and the leadership is a thing of the past. Mm-hmm. The point here is that they have failed us, and you kept asking that, whom do you go to? You kept asking my brothers, so who are you reporting to? So this is to tell you that we are going to seek redress from the appropriate quarters. So I've never mentioned National Paralympic Committee because for me personally, I don't have any problem with them because they are failed administration, and we can't go and knocking on a door or a spirit make. Let me put it that way. It's a spirit make. We can't do anything about the National Paralympic. To me, it's an history. So we are moving forward. So to the minister, we are moving forward and express our views and our grievances to the minister, which I think is in every civil society. It is a welcome news for people to come to you and tell you how they feel about you. I think that every politician should applaud that. It's a welcome news because the fact that we are agitating, it doesn't mean that we are at war. Dialogue is always good. It's the best way. So we expect the minister to expect us and welcome us and receive our petition in good faith. and I think that will help us a lot.
Okay.
Number 2, I said the National Sports Authority. They are the developmental body or the government or the supervisor. They are supposed to see to the sports, the welfare and the growth of the sport, the developmental aspect of the sports. And by and large, they have done some sort of neglect to the sports. They have looked on for the National Paralympic Committee to mishandle the sports. So we want to question them that we feel that they fell short in some of their obligations. So that is for the National Sports Authority, and also to engage the new leadership to put up some proposals to them that going forward, it might guide them in their obligations or their discharge of duty. So in all, we are also trying to help in some way. So it's not just agitation, it's also a help. Number 3, we want to petition the Parliament.
Hold on. We want to say a disclaimer that we are a media house, and this demonstration that a section of the Parasports are saying they're going to do, disclaimer, they just are doing their program and talking about their unhappiness and why they want to go for a strike. Yes. There is someone we received something from Facebook saying that Samson will keep bribing you, but this time around you will not succeed. And how much were you given by those acting through you? Comrade, who is saying that? Pardon?
The person he said is my comrade, is a colleague.
Okay, it's comrade. Oh, he's in the part of the team. Yeah, so we will hear from you as well. Yeah, this is a discussion. This is a conversation. Why they are going for the strike, and the purpose of the program is why do they want to go for a strike, and we are all listening to what they are saying, and following that, the Ghanaian citizens will also, our viewers and all that, they will make their comments in terms of why they're going for strike, if it's something that they should do or something that they should use a different dialogue to grow through. Yeah, thank you. So go on, Ken.
Yeah, Doc, thank you, but I'd love if we have to make the viewers understand that the issues are in the different folds. So when we are discussing a particular issue, we should stick to that context. When it comes to other matters, we also go into other matters. But for now, we are talking about strike and why we are talking about the protest and why the protest.
Yes.
So don't let anybody jump and say who is paying who. Nobody pays anybody to go on protest. Like I said, it's a peaceful protest. So who pays somebody to go on a peaceful protest? It doesn't, to me, it's no-brainer. So let's go on. I said we're going to petition the Parliament. Over the years, there has been some misguidance in the Sports Act. Doc, if you can check on the Sports Act, the Sports Act of 2016, in there is this conception, in the wisdom of, and I say it again, in the wisdom of the Parliament, they sought to constitute a governing body. And by so doing, they want a fair representation of the board who can make an input to the sports development. So if you go to the Sports Act, there's something on the page 5. And anybody that go online can check the Sports Act of Ghana, you check page 5, you can see that it is even marked, is the only portion that has been marked with the red ink. Whosoever do that, I'm not aware, but that is what the NSA, National Sports Authority, has posted on the page, and there's a red mark there. So if you look at the page 5, there's...
Can you summarize it? Because if you go through everything, we are not going to finish today. So just summarize.
I'm not going through. I can't go through. It's a lot. So there's governing board authority. So in there, they listed people who should constitute the board. They are not saying that the listed below are the board. What they are saying is that all these people coming together to form a board. So unfortunately or fortunately, the National Paralympic has been listed among the people to be nominated. And mind you, they say they should nominate one person to serve on the board. Now, the clever administration has swindled people and misinterpret this act. So it's not a wrongful act from the parliament. That's what I'm saying in their wisdom. But they were able to misinterpret it that so long as the National Paralympic Committee is mentioning, their name is mentioned at the board level, it means that they are the governing body of disability sports.
But
So
have National Sports Authority, have they closed their doors to you guys? Have they closed their doors? You're not able to go there.
Exactly so, because of this act that I'm reading to you, that they claim that now they are the governing board. So anything disability sports must report an account to the National Sports National Paralympic Committee. Mind you, it's a committee. So they've now put.
So hold on. For instance, I just want to ask you something. For instance, who employed Raphael as a coach?
It's the National Sports Authority.
So therefore, then they work to you to an extent, with you guys to understand.
No, the National Sports Authority does not develop or does not have. Raphael is online. He can tell you that National Sports Authority has no team for him to coach. They employ them because they want to have a fair representation of persons with disability, just like your workplace and any other workplace.
So he's not training anybody?
Yes, anybody is training is under his own club, but not under the National Sports Authority. So he's there under the umbrella of a coach, but he's coaching nothing there. He's there because it's a staff. It's a working staff, and that's it. He's not there because he's there to represent anything disability sports. He's a staff, and because he's a Paralympian and he has a club, he's training his people at the stadium. And he can... And it's online, so he can confirm. So what I'm saying is that now there's a gap between the sports and then the NSA. And the breach of the gap is the NPC, which shouldn't be so. So NPC is using this act to tell National Sports Authority that, hey, the Act of Parliament is saying that I should take care of the sports. So anything that has to do with disability sport must come through me. Meanwhile, NPC has only 13 sports at its membership. Meanwhile, and the rest of the sports, so all the rest of the sports, he's still insisting that they are naive because Ghana Act of Parliament has empowered them to regulate the sports. So now the NPC is functioning as committee, Paralympic committee, is functioning as the sports authority of disability sports. So every sport must be accountable to National Paralympic. That is one problem. So it's either the parliament is guided to review or to make amendment to this law to explain, because we don't have the time, we don't have the resources to take the parliament to court to come and do a review or interpretation of the act in court. We don't have that leisure of time or resources to take parliament to court. So we can just submit and plead to the parliament that the next office or the next parliament, when they sit, they will consider a review to sanitize this or to make it clear so that anybody who reads it will not misinterpret it as it is now.
I just
So
want to, yes. So you are petitioning a number of ministries, yeah, including Parliament.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the reason for Parliament is what I've just told you.
Okay, but you mentioned, interestingly, you mentioned something about the French embassy, and when you finish, I want to ask you something about Egypt. And I understand from you, talking to you, that you did a letter to the Egyptian embassy, which stops the amputee team from traveling to Egypt to participate in this competition.
To defend the wonderful World Cup.
How do you feel that they are not able to go to this competition? Some say they travel all the way. The captain said he traveled all the way from Turkey to come to Ghana, and he's not able to get a visa because of your letter.
Yes, Doc. It's not about how I feel. It's unfortunate that we are all human beings. Sometimes it's unfortunate things has to go this way. I know some of them travel all the way from Europe. Some of them travel from the States. That is what I'm told. There are a lot of preparation. But sometimes we have to do what is needful to have the needed attention and have the...
What made you write the letter so that our viewers will know and understand what's going on?
Yes. I wrote a letter to guide certain precedents in that the national amputee football team is in court. There is litigation in court over the years, and the plaintiff is the National Football Federation. We have one defendant, which is national.
Did the court, has the court given permission that we can talk about these things? You know, you are in court, so.
Yes, I'm going to just give you a view. I'm not going to be judgmental or prejudiced to what is happening.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I'm well guided in that area. So all I'm trying to say is that there's an issue in court. We have the plaintiff, we have the three defendants to the matter. And the three defendants are the National Sports Authority, the National Paralympic Committee, and Amputee Football Association. They are the three defendants in the suit. Well, knowing very well that this suit does not enable the football team to function because the hierarchy is in court, the minister in his wisdom wrote to the bench somewhere 2022 because there was World Cup, Amputee World Cup in Turkey. So the minister wrote seeking permission from the court that the court will allow the minister to form, they call it roadmap, and they call it normalization committee, that they will mobilize the team to be able to go and play the World Cup. After the permission being granted, unfortunately for whatever reason, they couldn't go. Now, these plaintiffs in court are, the defendants in court are also the beneficiaries in the sports that is going on. So the roadmap permits the defendants and the plaintiff to form a team, to have a team to work together. And the minister said that he's going to supervise between the NPC and the National Sports Authority.
Which was directed by court. Was it directed by the court?
That is what they proposed to the court and the court agreed.
Yes, so it's directed by the court.
That's right. Well, so after they failed to go to the World Cup, you and I know that is a common law that you ask a permission for a particular, it's not perpetual, it's guided. There's a limit. You seek for permission for World Cup and you couldn't go, it expires. But they went on to be using the permission under that same roadmap to be doing other activities. Fine. But But if you look at the activities they are doing, it's in the best interest of the players. So we never have problem with it. And such one of the activities is the match they went to play in Togo, is the match that they also played in the...
So why did you write a letter to the Egyptian embassy?
So now the plaintiff is being shortchanged. Number two, in their moving forward, they failed to include the NSA. So I prompted that they should come together for us to form a new roadmap and inform the courts, just like the precedents that the ministry set, so that we go along the same precedent for the court to give a blessing, for them to use that blessing to secure visa and go. But all attempt to call the parties together for us to do the needful failed. So I draw the attention that if you see the content, I was guiding that I don't have any authority to tell an embassy not to issue a visa. It's a prompt that they must be guided by these issues in court. That for that matter, any well-wishing person who wants to go should go for a permit and move and go on. So the issue now is that why should I be the one talking? Am I the court? So I should leave them to how do you call it, falter the court, or in other words, they can be hold contempt or liable. So I should have left them to do the wrong, and if they are liable, it's up to them. But my point here is that I'm the secretary now for the plaintiff. So I said that we should meet with the National Sports Authority, and they even were caught and dealing direct with the corporate Ghana. And so who are they accountable to? We want them to be supported, but who receives and who are they accountable to? What are they going? Now, if you ask them how much is at stake, I'm sure they can't tell you how much is at stake. Yes, they have a budget to go. So I said we can't keep running the sports anyhow. So let's be guided by the precedents the minister has set.
So as a working together, what do you think can be done to change this narrative? Do you want it changed? Well. Do you want them to go?
Definitely, they still have a grace period, and they can be work together.
So can you write to the embassy again to lift this?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Because if you examine the content of the letter, it is a guidance. So if the National Sports Authority can sit down, the representation of association and the federation, all the parties in court, we can have a memorandum of understanding that yes, although we are in court, although we are having issues, for the sake of this event, let's come together and put something on paper and give them the push to go, not just a fraction trying to push and go at the deterrent of the other fraction.
So who would have to take the lead? Who will have to take the lead on this? Because Omega TV, we want a kind of a working relationship, working as a team, working in partnership with all the other organizations involved, or the federation involved, so that, you know, Ghana, we can also represent other countries, represent in Egypt with amputee team. Yes. They have worked very hard and they want to go.
Doc, I'm very aware and I know what is at stake. But the mistake we keep doing is that we look at, oh, Ghana has to go, and we are disrespecting the judiciary, we are disrespecting the...
No, go, follow that. But how soon will it be? How quick can it be?
Okay. Doc, they're just been playing through us. What I'm talking about, within 24 hours, we can resolve it. If the NSA director can sit down, the association can be brought, the federation can be brought together, we can send a memorandum of understanding, give it to the court for the judge to how do you call it, permit it. If we have the judge document that this is the new roadmap, this is what the obligations, and we have a limit that maybe after the cap, it ends. It's not perpetual. That is the thing I want us to understand. So if we have that document within these 24 hours, they are free to go to the embassy to go, because I didn't ask the embassy not to give. I said they should be guided. So maybe they might have consulted their legal team and see that, okay, it's true. Maybe they can also be held liable. So they are being guided by the president. So I said that what the minister has done, let's learn to copy the minister, but this time let's do it right. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Thank you. Captain, are you there? Who is? Why are you me? Yeah, go on. Oh, okay.
Doc.
Uh-huh.
Never money say, Shamsuddin no or the year business. And yes, say, or Babebua para sports no kasa no kasa, and no the year sports no. One, amputee shenasi, and then amputee for we African game. African game won't count. Exhibition match number boy, but yeah, you can't why you shenasi. Ya hunting na ya host African game, wheelchair basketball and wheelchair tennis. Any other disciplines. Almost share the amputee be we mu send ebe yo mbe geni almost selfish interest. Amputee for we ni ye. Okodis kanu Madam Frema operate a lordship. Efra amputee for ediko Jubilee House. Okodis kanu edwani diko she Nigeria. Almost
Rashad, who evidence? Rashad, do you have evidence or source?
Whatever I'm saying, I have evidence.
Okay.
Memo program. Doctor.
Hold on. Yeah, Rashad, go on.
Rashad. No, Doc.
Ma Rashad in here. Ma Rashad in here. Ma Rashad in here, Mr. Ramo. Mr. Ramo, man, Rashad is in
here. Sensitive. Me pacho. Rashad. What we are talking about.
No evidence.
Rashad, hold on. What you are saying, I'm not saying it's not true. Okay? But where we are now is about the roadmap to Egypt. Whatever has been done in the past, which maybe you are not happy or anybody is not happy, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the issue before court. And how do we respect the court? How do we do things to aid the court to come with a good verdict as soon as possible? Whilst with the bench is sitting, we should also be responsible and be doing the right thing, not to anger the plaintiffs or the defendants the more.
All right, thank you.
I
will come back to you guys.
The
Rashad
aspect is what I want to tell people to know that the guy is not doing what is right.
You don't know. Let's hold on.
Okay, let's hear from the captain. Rashad, yanti free captain. Oh, you ever say about yeah, captain. It is saying. You are on mute. Yeah, you too say yeah. It is saying. You too nkapa. It is saying. Well, you know, a show as mute by Ukase Banti is okay.
Okay. It was a medawasi Yamiani with your force when you know.
Okay. Me pacho, what my introduction kakra na fe wate nkomodia yedi you know. Any also share of it. How you feel say things are
I see. Yes, Richie Data Openter, captain of the amputee national team. A president programming you know. But me must endorse. Must be very, very short. Car mechanic say, you know, Bush, the sports na issues was sports no more. And he say, extend that issue to the international body.
We can't hear you. Yanti Ukasano. Ukasano, me bacho show Sasha say, Ukayano, say. You don't want the international body to hear this. Koso.
Oh, say.
Baby, I want.
Problem be bad. But Otimika, or my dear, or my be problem be bad, or my no more. More, I say, Mutrans and Amusolvo. And he said, if he Munsa echo international body, you shouldn't expect a different country will solve your problem. Or mine one ultimate problem abano Mangasa na share a peaceful way to solve it without letting the international body to hear the disgrace in the country. And say ultimate.
Yeah, me too, unka.
Yenim say disability sports. Your friend is saying, any shada any who. But no one can say, yeah, athletes no. Kakra yeah the boy sports na. Your friend is saying, yeah support fee international body corporate bodies individuals ni nyamano. And he say your mom any reason to your friend saying scare away from those support no because idea no already yankasa yen fi yen dada nti no say yankasa yasi na ye won say yen bo yen ha yen fi u dada nti no e say we put in more effort more effort na e be tire say e say e bo awa na say my yen bo awa me come back to your friend say nyama AC say Mr. Kalai say we Mr. Kalai actually akoto your friend is saying Egypt embassy say omunhwemu. I don't think that is the best way to solve that problem. He has gone too far to that level. Oh, he has gone too far to that level. So, your friend say country Omaya your friend say you could defend your trophy. Now show letter they call say your friend say you say it's not the right place to go. And you're fair. Oh, just imagine say no or athlete say yanka na we training sa na edu mre say we kwoti woman nim now nipa ba kwa sorry say e ho na me ne be fast na be ya ye be correct your mistakes too far na me who is very very disgraceful it is not the right place to solve that issue way oh it's no omane ko defend the trophy no who na be sorry jam say friend judgment department. No, we don't do things like that. As all the effort we are putting in, say the disability sports, now you decline. I don't think say issue be a to me so. I remember say there was a time Mr. Dean tried to call all the parties involved in this court case that they should settle it amicably so that the sports will take its rightful position. But they couldn't allow those peaceful things to come on. So what do you expect from what do you expect that the athletes they have to wait till the court case finish before they will honor any tournament? No. We all know that in court issues it takes so many years before they give a verdict. So you want to tell me that if an athlete depends on the sports, he should wait for so many years before they give a verdict, before the athlete can go and work and eat? No, we don't do things like that.
So as a captain, hold on. As a captain, you were experiencing challenges. Even you did the program here.
Yes.
What did you do as a captain to try and solve out this situation?
Well, what I did was it started from Tanzania.
Mm-hmm.
When we the athletes, we saw that no, Charlie, the legalities in Ghana does not permit our sports to grow. So what do we have to do? We have to sacrifice.
You said something here. The legalities of Ghana or in Ghana, does not permit the sports to grow. So there is a clear discrimination against persons with disabilities or amputees.
No. When I talk about the legalities, meaning the court, when there is a case in court.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, it's in connection with the court case because we athletes we cannot wait till the court give final judgment. If it takes about 10-15 years, how long are you going to perform? And then a court is taking 10 years out of your friend's career.
Mm-hmm.
You will be left with no energy. So there should be a sacrifice. So we sacrifice with our own money. Myself and my team. Everybody we mobilize funding from our own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And went to Tanzania and brought the trophy there to Ghana. Everybody was happy, even the disability fraternity. They were all happy. Before the government saw that, no, Charlie, we have to do something. So, at the long and the short of it all is, you know, athletes are sacrificing so that the sports will develop well, so that they will put food they will put food on the table for themselves and their rather than we going to far extent, going to the international body, reporting issues back home that we can, if not greediness, we can solve it ourselves. And we are running to the international body. We are running there to do what? If there is an issue back home, we have to solve it. We shouldn't have to write to international body and then doing the sport. So if you do all these things, and then finally, we all agree that, oh, this time round we are smoking at PS5. Do you know how it will take you before you rectify what the dent you're putting at the international level? It's so huge. So all those under this conspiracy and under this punishment towards athletes, that if they are not giving what they want, a particular sport will not stand. It's a demonic behavior towards the nation, because the amputee football team is the property of Ghana. Nobody can
Captain, you need to speak well. Nobody is fighting against amputee. That if one person is not going, it's a demonic system. Have you seen we talking against the amputee? We all have Captain. We all have support amputee. So how are you saying that if one sport is not going, it's a demonic that we come against amputee? Have you seen we get amputee?
What I'm saying is, listen to me well. Our brother who wrote to the Egyptian embassy, he went too far. We don't do this like that. Because Egyptian embassy cannot solve the problem. Amputee football. You know, there's sports ministry, there's the NSA. He went too far. So right now, if we all agree that no, Charlie, let's sit down and solve this issue peacefully. You know the then that you're putting at the international level, how you are going to rectify that situation, and you know this why how they take certain issues. That's so me. I don't like speaking much, but what I'm saying is, if we have a problem, we athletes, we have to try our possible best. We have to try our possible best and solve it home peacefully, so that the international body will not even hear about we will know what's our dirty lineage in public.
Yeah, thank you, Captain. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Doc.
Thank you. Bocho, oh yeah, go on. Go on.
Doc, I want Captain to be on. Okay, Captain. Captain, good evening.
Sakalai. Fine, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Please.
Doc, we are also here. He has talking already. Doc, let us also come in before he comes in. Okay, we've been here for too long. Let us also come here to say something.
Who is Comrade Hair? Who is that?
Invited you. You who invited
Be guided, please. Be guided. It's a national TV. It's international.
Who invited you?
It's okay. It's okay. Who? Sorry, Comrade. Can we see your face, please? If you want to participate in the program, let's see your face. Let's see everybody's face. Those who want to participate in it. Now there is a gentleman, Comrade. Your team is saying Comrade.
Where I am, my network is very.
We need to see your face. We need to see your face.
Doctor.
No, hold on, Ken, hold on, Ken, hold on, Ken, hold on. Can I see your face? Okay, is that Ali? Ali? Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Okay, go on.
Now.
All right, yeah. Make your presentation, please. We're giving you a few minutes. Go on. What you heard everything, and what do you have to say?
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity, Doc.
Can you sit in one place? You are moving. You are walking. You are moving. We want you to be in one place, please. Stay in one place and do it.
That's why I said my network is not.
No.
My network is not too good.
Then
find
somewhere to go. Find somewhere
to finish. If you are not stable, please allow us to finish. You can come in when you are stable. Is that okay?
It's time for prayers.
Okay.
So we can't wait for you if your network is not good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on. Move. Go on, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I think this is a very civil discussion. It is not, I'm not joining because of any malice. I don't have any intent to destroy the program at all. It's a civil discussion, and every
go straight. Don't worry. Go straight to the point, sir, please.
Okay. Well, first of all, my brother Kenkal, I'm happy that he said he actually learned from precedents. And the current precedent is that, Doc, I don't know if you are aware, before the Para Games, they went to the court to seek injunction on the Ghana national amputee football team not to participate in the in the Para Games that was to be held in Ghana here. I don't know if you are aware about that.
Yes, I am aware. Go on. Yeah.
Yes. So just imagine Ghana actually was the winner. You know, we won the tournament. And yes, the question I want you to ask yourself is, if Ghana had been, you know, the injunction was placed on the Ghana team not to participate, what would have happened? You see? And then secondly, I think like my captain said, if there's any issue, if there's a problem, I think it is only civil that we don't wash our dirty lanes outside. Kenkal has gone too far. On what authority has he, was he able to write that letter to the Egyptian embassy to stop the national team from participating in the African Games, in the African Championship in Cairo? You see, so this is not the way to go. You said you are learning from precedents, and then the current precedents is that you went to the court to seek an injunction, which was not granted. So if you are still going by that precedents, it is only fair that you go back to the court, seek the injunction, the interlocutory injunction. If it is granted, then fair enough. But to write a letter to an embassy stopping a whole national team from participating in the African Amputee Cup of Nations, I think it's just.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Can we go to Bocho, please? But we're giving everybody 2 minutes, then we end the program. Next week, we want all of you here because I think we cannot resolve this issue today. We want to hear what happens following this program and then how we move on to the next stage, whereby we can have a good constructive discussion. You can all have a good constructive discussion for a way forward of the experiences of para sports and how things are going now. Yeah, we all want, we say one Ghana, a better para sports for you all. So we go to Bocho first. Bocho, what do you have to say about everything that has gone on in 2 minutes analysis, please? Because of our time, please mute yourself, please. Bocho, can you go, please? Thank you.
Doc, just that I believe in if there's a rule governing every organization and there is a constitution, if we decided to do things from, say, I said, humobro, neyen fa constitution, yedi ebu ekuo enye juma, niyama enta enkote.
Okay.
Ghana, GFA, edu diedino, normalization, kwesi nya techi issue by no. Normalization came and sized issue. And things went well and they are moving forward. My point I want to say is that the President Sam Sidi came and he has played a role. But his role that he came to play, his own interest of those roles were more than the interest of the athletes. Because if a constitution that was governing a sport brought you into power, if a federation that went to Congress and elect you, you came and dissolved 5 of those associations, what are you trying to say? You are trying to say that you want to crumple the athletes. You want to make the athletes be a civilian. They should be kowtow to you and you want to determine the athlete, the one that go forward and the one that doesn't go forward. So what I want to say is, I'm appealing to the Sam Sidin administration that the right thing needs to be done. Her time in office has exhausted.
Okay.
Issue, call for the AGM and let the interim executive
Yes.
be formed.
Oh, hello. Can you, what's his name? Please. Ali. Okay, we meet you. Go on, Bocho. Can you land, Bocho? Land for us because of time. Land for us, and next week we continue with the program. Can you land for us, please?
The right thing is done. And also, I will appeal to my brother Ken, and I put in fatality that if our appeal, I'm putting fatality that if it can be solved for the, I'll put it in to have a way to represent the nation for the interest of the para sports and the interest of development. That thing needs to be done now before we can say that one of the our proud para sports team is not participating in this tournament. But let's follow the right step and the right thing that needs to be done.
Thank you. This is Omega TV, where we make peace.
If somebody is doing something bad,
thank you.
They shouldn't help that person. The Amputee national team. They shouldn't have a bad thing to be going on in the country.
Okay, but Rashad, we will come to you. Rashad, we'll come to you. Let Ken go first. Ken, what do you have to say, please?
Yeah, no, conclusion, but please, Mohammed.
Next week we will meet all of you again. But now we are running out of time. So give us in 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes, your analysis,
Mohammed,
please.
Yes, please. Mohammed can also unmute to help me with this.
Mohammed, unmute yourself. Mute yourself, Mohammed. Go on, please, Ken.
Yes, this is to Mohammed. Is he aware this issue has been in court over 5 years now? Yes or no?
No, go on. No. Please, mute yourself. Don't talk back. Please, mute yourself, please. Yeah, thank you. No.
So,
just leave it.
Mohammed,
mute yourself.
sorry. Let me go on. So, Doc, they are saying that is not the right way to go. They are also saying that I've gone too far. They are also saying that if there is anything, we can sit down and talk. Is that not so?
Yes, we want a peaceful ending, a peace and understanding. Yes.
I'm asking you a question. That is what they are saying.
Yes.
That one. Yes. And they are putting to them that they are aware that there's an issue. It has been there over 5 years. The last time they even went to Tanzania, it was said that they went there illegally. Now, if you ask them, the last budget I know was they need about $200,000 to go. Now, if you ask them now that what is at stake, what is the price at stake, I can guarantee you that they can't tell you. Number two, the last time they played the African Games, they were the same people who came to us. Please, how much is at stake? If you go to Egypt, if you win, how much is the trophy? How much, what price is at stake?
All right, thank you.
So
you finish.
Let's go on.
Can you land, Ken? We will continue next week. Can you land, please?
Yeah, Doc. So look at this. I think
Mohammed, you disrupting him from. Please, let's have a kind of civil conversation, please. Thank you.
Doc, okay, I'm saying that to go to any tournament, you must know what is at stake. Okay? And I'm saying that they are aware that this issue has been there for long. All effort to make them sit down to solve it failed. Mohammed, I've said to him about 2 letters that we should sit down. He kept telling me, instructing me that I don't have any low cost to write to him. I've called him that we should sit down and solve this thing. He never came for any of the meetings.
Next week, we want all of you here. Rashad, 1 minute, please. What do you have to say? Rashad, no, Mohammed, not you. Rashad, please. Mohammed, can we meet Mohammed? Yeah, go on. We're giving you 1 minute, please. Yeah.
I want to tell Amputee team that they should mind their business. If somebody is suffering, as para colleague, they should make sure they will assist that person, but they shouldn't go in for their selfish interest. We were discussing issue on the Para platform, which we are all on it. We've never mentioned amputee's name. We want them to know that we introduce them to you so that they will have the opportunity to go to Cairo, which means we have a clean heart for them. We were talking, one of their leaders, Bawa Zambia, which I'm telling the captain right now, is to warn them, they should abstain from issues of para athletes, because we are more than them, and our issue is huge than theirs. We were referring to Shamsuddin. Shamsuddin is not, they are not affiliated to Shamsuddin, which is MPC. But right now, they are closing their eyes because they know that they have the support there, and he's a businessman, and they can work with him. They are working with him, which we don't have problem. But we want him to resign so that we will have somebody who listen to our word, who take good care of our welfare.
Thank you.
That's
next week we continue next week.
For that, they will intervene.
Yeah, we continue next week. I will let the captain have the last word. Okay, can you go, Ali Mohammed, please?
Okay, yeah, Doc.
In 1 minute, in 1 minute, Ali.
My brother.
Go on.
Okay, Brother Rashad, the thing is, if it is wrong to say that amputee football is not it's not under the one of the disciplines under the National Olympic Committee, what is happening is that last 2 years there was a congress of the Africa Olympic Committee which actually adopted amputee football as part of the disciplines. So it is wrong, it is erroneous to say that Shamsuddin unilaterally used his powers to register amputee football.
Boss Mohammed, you are lying. Come and show us a proof. Come and show us a proof. You are lying.
Let me ask a question. Look, Doc, I think you should. Doc, I think
there is children over there. Captain, have your last word, because where Mohammed is, there's too much noise. Captain, have your last word, please. Yeah, my captain. Have your last word. Yeah. We can't hear you, Captain. Have your last word.
And then.
No, Mohammed, no. The children are making noise there.
What is that?
Yenyi Mohammed in Furo. Captain, have your last word.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Go on.
Yeah, all what I'm saying is that for me, I'm a leader. When I'm talking, I don't only talk about amputee sports. I talk about disability sports. So everybody is included.
Yes.
So when that Rashad can attest to the fact that even when we are in camp and somebody comes and donates something to the amputee football national team, we also make sure we give them their share. What we know is all disability sports. But what I'm saying is, if we have a problem back home, we shouldn't wash our dirty linens at certain areas that later when we settle our issue, we'll find it very, very difficult to clean that dent.
All right. Thank you.
We all have only one Ghana.
Yes.
We all have only one Ghana and one national team. We should protect that image as whatever to take it. The image should be protected.
As we are aware, we cannot resolve everything today. So next week, we hope to see you all so that we can put our heads together, find a way forward for the benefit of para sports and amputee team in Ghana. God bless you all. Have a good evening. Right, have a good night. Next week we continue. Thank you.
Official invitation to be part of this discussion. It is very simple.